there's one thing you don't want to miss in your life, it's the TukTuk Tournament.
For myself, it's a great experience, great nature, great people. Just give it up.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video. Now, I know this video is already starting off a little bit different than usual, and that is because, well, I'm sitting down in the living room at my house right now making a video. Usually I'm out on the road filming as we go. However, I have to make this video to talk to you guys about the TukTuk Tournament, what I experienced, of course talk to you guys about the grand finale, who won, show you guys some video clips from that day, and just overall talk to you guys about this experience that has been life-changing that I just was able to participate in here in Sri Lanka. Well, not here in Sri Lanka, but in this series of videos that I'm filming right now for you guys. Now, the TukTuk Tournament actually is an event that takes place once a year on the island of Sri Lanka, and it's essentially a video game styled event. That's the best way I can explain it to make it make sense. Essentially, a bunch of teams, participants from all around the world come to Sri Lanka for a 12-day event where you go into tuk-tuks and travel around the island of Sri Lanka, completing different quests and goals and challenges. And most of the challenges are actually based in local communities and get you involved with the locals, which is something that a lot of people, when they go on vacation, or an average vacationer, typically wouldn't be able to experience all that much. So the TukTuk Tournament, it's like a video game concept that gets you to slay beasts and dragons around the island of Sri Lanka. And there's a bunch of rules. Now, I'm not going to get too into the nitty-gritty on the rules, but let's just say that the event takes place over 12 days and you travel around the island, meeting up in certain different points, again with other team members, to celebrate different accomplishments and challenges that have been completed throughout the competition. And the ending actually ends in Colombo 2 weeks later from the start date. So the TukTuk Tournament, what can I say? I don't really know exactly what I was expecting, but let me just tell you guys that it surpassed all of my expectations from the moment I arrived. From the moment I arrived, I ran into so many like-minded people from all around the world who all had the TukTuk Tournament on their mind. Many people just last minute that had just signed up, but for many others, for years down the road. There was actually certain people that were on the trip that had actually scheduled to come during those unfortunate COVID times and had to reschedule. And actually, there was a couple people that had to change their itineraries 3 different times because of you guys, oh man, I'm getting tongue twisted. I'm not used to making these videos just sitting down talking to the camera. But yeah, Sri Lanka got hit by, you know, some pretty hard events over the course of the last years. The economic crisis, COVID, all of those things put a damper on the tourism in Sri Lanka. However, the TukTuk tournaments still continued even throughout those times. And it just so happened that some people had to cancel because, of course, country regulations, travel restrictions at the time. So many people were on this tournament that were literally waiting 2-3 years to make it on out. Now, from the moment we arrived, we actually arrived, the way that I did it was I actually arrived at the TukTuk office about a week prior to the tournament to pick up the TukTuk and do my behind the wheel instruction course, which is only about an hour. Now, a lot of the questions that I've been getting asked is, yo, Chris, do you need an overseas driver's license to participate in the TukTuk tournament or to rent a TukTuk in general in Sri Lanka? And the simplest way I can put it is, no, you don't need one at all. All you got to do is send over a copy of your driver's license to the TukTuk rental team in Negombo in Sri Lanka a few weeks before, preferably a few weeks before your rental, and they'll get it taken care of. Same for the TukTuk tournament. You'll submit all your documents, your team name, your costume, all of your requirements that will be in a packet. Once you make a reservation to partake in the TukTuk tournament, you'll submit it all together and you'll get a Sri Lankan driver's license that's valid for 30 days once you make it to Sri Lanka. So completely easy. The only thing I do recommend you guys have is travel insurance. And I recommend everyone to have travel insurance no matter where you're traveling to, whether it's Sri Lanka, Europe, anywhere else in the world. So I use Safety Wing. This video is not sponsored by anyone by no means. So feel free to use the link down in the description if you want to save a little bit of money. I think it's 20% off your travel insurance plan for your upcoming trip. I know a lot of people are traveling right now around the holidays. Don't travel without travel insurance. So that is the only thing that's not included pretty much in your entire TukTuk rental reservation once you actually reserve. Now, I'm not going to talk too much about pricing because it changes every single year, especially with all of the different things that are going on in Sri Lanka with, you know, certain restrictions on what comes into the country, what comes out. You know, there's a lot of high taxes right now. Now, the events kicks off in Chilau, Sri Lanka, which is actually just about an hour north of Negombo where the airport takes place. Now here, you actually get a few days to get to know everybody who's going to be participating in the events. This is actually where the start party takes off, and of course where we enter the portal to enter this majestic video game concept that the TukTuk Tournament represents. Okay, now the start party in Negombo is insane because there's no parties like a TukTuk rental party. Trust me, guys.
Sri Lanka. We ride. Sri Lanka. We ride.
I got a bottle of tequila I've been saving for you. I got a bottle of tequila. I'm moving like a chair. I'm moving like a chair.
So you spend pretty much the whole day of orientation prepping. I'm over here getting all mixed up because I didn't write nothing down. I just wanted to get on the camera and just jab to you guys a little bit, talk and chop it up, because part of the reason you're seeing this video like this is because, well, I decided to record in the wrong video format. First time that's ever happened, by the way. My settings must have been off, and a lot of my videos, you're not going to be able to see nothing else after or from Sri Lanka after this video. This is the end of the series, but essentially I filmed everything at a wrong frame rate in slow motion, and I wasn't able to speed it up to real time, and long story short, everything's damaged. So that's why I'm sitting down making this video. But also because I want to share with you guys all of the tips and tricks to plan to come to the TukTuk Tournament, because this is an event that everybody must do at least once in their lifetime. You're gonna meet so many incredible people that are just gonna become friends that last a lifetime. Well, at least that's what I think right now. I mean, I just got done competing, but so far we've all kept in touch in the last few weeks. But so yeah, orientation. What was I gonna say about orientation? So orientation essentially brings everyone together, and you really start to understand what the game is about. Because after this video, you're gonna think you know what the TukTuk Tournament is all about, but let me just tell you guys, that is false. You're probably going to understand a little bit about what this game consists of, but you'll learn more the day you arrive. So orientation day, they bring everybody to huddle up around the pool at this hotel that we're staying at. And the good thing about this hotel is that everybody's in the same facility for about the 2 nights prior to launch day, to day 1. So everybody's like, you know, drinking beers, having fun, partying till 2, 3 a.m. They got a DJ. It's a good time. So orientation comes around. They brought out all kinds of dancers that did typical Sri Lankan dance that was absolutely insane. Then we came inside of this beautiful meeting conference room area, and they broke down all the rules to us. This is also where we were assigned our idols, which are essentially these wooden tuk-tuks that have to be used and present in every single challenge along the way. Now, the TukTuk Tournament is basically divided between challenges that are location based and non-location based. Now, the non-location based challenges are essentially like challenges that get you involved with locals, like pulling off on the side of the road and asking an ice cream tuk-tuk driver to have them allow you to drive their ice cream tuk-tuk and deliver ice creams to locals, driving the bread tuk-tuk, pulling over to help people accomplish tasks alongside of the roads, helping construction workers, giving donations to families, filling up tanks of gas for the people behind you. And then there's also location-based challenges. So for example, this here is a location-based challenge. I got my idol in hand. In order to get any points in this game, you have to have the idol with you at all times. And trust me guys, you want to have or secure this thing with your life, because other teams will try and get a hold of this idol and take it from you. And if you don't have it, you're not getting any points, and you're gonna lose out on pretty much the entire game. So I got my idol in hand, and essentially what I do for a location-based challenge, I open up the map and then I see, okay, we're right here at this green gem. Let's open up the green gem. Now it says this here is the Kaltuhara Temple. It says standing at the entrance to the city of Kaltuhara is the Kaltuhara Temple, or Kalutara Temple, where it is believed that one of the 32 original Bodhi tree saplings were planted. Take a photo of the temple from the bridge. So this here is the bridge, and you really got to pay attention to all of the details or else you won't get any points. So let's come out onto the bridge, and look at how beautiful this is. This is the best part about all of the location-based challenges, is they bring you to just amazing areas. Now, we got the temple right behind us, and we'll snag our photo. All right? Now, essentially, once you take the photo, all you got to do is open up this camera. You go to library, and then all you got to do is submit the photo. Now, I forgot to mention some very important facts. So this here is the map. Now, this application is actually created by a company called GapStars, which is one of the sponsors of the TukTuk Tournament. Actually, there's a couple sponsors of this event, and everybody is super grateful for them because they play a huge part in making the TukTuk Tournament come to life. One of the sponsors is GapStars, which created this beautiful application that makes it feel like you're actually inside of a video game. I feel like without this application, the tournament wouldn't be the same. So thank you so much to GapStars. Now, another sponsor of this event is Castrol Oil, which is super cool because obviously all of the tuk-tuks, there's over 70 on the road, and they all require a lot of oil, especially as you're going on long drives. You tend to burn quite a bit of oil, and they actually give us oil for the entire trip to keep filling up. And also, I want to give a special thanks to Lion Beer. Lion Beer actually plays a big part in this game as well, because not only did they provide us with free beer and provide us with all of the beers for the parties, they also gave us a 24-pack to hand out to locals along the way. And that was probably one of the most memorable experiences of the trip, was handing out beers to hard-working locals and seeing the smile on their faces. Come on, we all love a nice ice cold beer, and a lion to top it off, can't get much better than that. Now, there's also another sponsor of this tournament. They're called Laughing Tiger Foods, and they're actually a company based out of the United States that make the best Asian cuisine as freezer foods that you can take home, pop in your microwave, and cook them up yourself. So if you live in the United States and you just want to try out, you know, a different frozen meal for those nights that you don't feel like doing much, check out Laughing Tiger. The food is incredible. Now, the map itself on the game is covered with gems. You can see that Sri Lanka has all kinds of different gems: yellow, red, green, and the green are actually the gems that are valued the least. Then the yellows give you like 5 gems, and then the red give you 10 to 15 gems. And people love to honk here in Sri Lanka when they see a foreigner on the road. It's super nice. Everybody's super friendly here in the country, and I think that's what makes the TukTuk Tournament here in Sri Lanka extremely unique. So hopefully that explained that quite well. Now, there's also other little challenges that you get points for, like stopping on the side of the road to buy fruit that you can do every day, or checking the oil in your tuk-tuk. Now, we started off quite strong at the TukTuk Tournament. We were around the top 5 for around the first 3 days, and I was really thinking like we were onto something. I was like, okay, everybody else is taking it slow, but a lot of other people actually came into the TukTuk Tournaments with a strategy in mind. Now, you do have to plan for this. However, if you're a first timer, I recommend don't put too much thought into it. Just show up. It's more fun that way. That's exactly the experience I had, at least, unless you come with a very competitive attitude. But I do want to throw this on out there. The TukTuk Tournament is a tournament. However, not everybody, actually very few people are actually in it to win it. Most people are just here to have fun, explore Sri Lanka, and of course give back to locals in local communities. And that's what makes the whole event super beautiful. There's not a lot of tough competition. Everybody's just in it to have a good time, explore Sri Lanka, meet locals, and of course make some of the most amazing memories. So the TukTuk Tournament is actually over a span of 12 days, right? And as I mentioned, it kicks off in Chilau, which is on the west coast of the island, about an hour north of the airport where you arrive to Sri Lanka. And then 5 days later, there's a midpoint party in Kandy, which is in the middle of the island. And then 5 days later, you have to be back in Colombo to you know, see who won or whatnot. Now, there's a mid party in Kandy where everybody meets up on day 5. And let me just tell you guys, this was insane. We actually spent 2 nights in Kandy because you get a hangover day to recover and just hang out at the pool, relax. They actually bring over a tattoo guy. This year they had a tattoo guy at the hotel who was doing tuk-tuk tattoos on people. And yeah, guys, so in Kandy, they threw a crazy party. So they launched fireworks. We were on a pool. They brought out a DJ just like the first party. They go over, you know, how many gods and dragons have been defeated, who's on the top of the leaderboard.
Now we have the great wizard staff. Only the teams worthy enough to slay Makchanu can hold this. You need this to battle the great Sharaba. Who is worthy? None of you yet.
Now, I got a lot of messages after the series telling me, yo, Chris, when are you going to post the finale? Which I'm going to post right now after I get done yapping my mouth. But the other question was, so how do I go about making a reservation for the TukTuk tournaments? Now, to make a reservation for the TukTuk tournament, guys, you need to do it months before. I think 2024's TukTuk tournament is almost sold out. However, if you want to see me there, you better sign up because there are a couple spots left. I'll leave a link down below, the website down below, where you can find out more information about the TukTuk tournament. There are also plenty of other videos on YouTube that show a lot more of the event. My friend Steve Yallo has made some incredible videos that way. My friend Silky on the road have made a couple other videos about the TukTuk tournament on their channels. I'll link their channels down below so you can check them out and learn a little bit more about the event. Now, as far as who won the TukTuk tournament, I didn't win. We came in about 32nd place out of 66 teams. So we did quite bad. The last few days, this is actually what I was talking about, how you got to come in with a strategy. So the last few days, we really ate ourselves on points because, man, we didn't have a strategy. We didn't come in with a plan. We came in and kind of went down towards Kandy right in the beginning, which was a bad move because that's the midpoints. So then by the time we went up north to Sigiriya, we had driven down the same road to get back to Kandy, so we missed out on an entire day of points, which is huge. Then we actually activated our double point cloak. I'm talking to you guys about all these things. That's why I said, like, there's just so many things that go into the TukTuk tournaments. But I activated my double point cloak, and there was actually only about 3 spots that we could stop at during that day, and they were all only worth like 5 gems, so nothing crazy. And yeah, we ended up falling very far behind. But yes, we didn't win. However, we did perform our song at the finale party and had an amazing time with drinks. So essentially what happened on the last day, we all rolled into Colombo and everybody came into the old town where they actually had this big Red Bull arch set up in this alleyway, and every team pulled in the course of over about 2 hours. Teams started rolling in from all around Sri Lanka. There was some people that had driven 8 hours that day to make it to Colombo. Then some people like us, that was 3, and then other people, 45 minutes, just depending on where they had been the nights before completing challenges. But man, it was insane. We all got together, had beers, had a crazy time, and well, here are a couple clips from that night. So we're approaching the finish line. The Red Bull Arch should be somewhere around here. We're in the old town of Colombo right now. So I'm excited. Let's see. Just made it through the finish line, and you guys beat us pretty much the entire way. They're from India. Yeah. Their team is the Coconut Tuckers. What could you guys say about this event, and how do you feel completing such a unique event?
It's the best way to see a country, in my opinion. I never knew you could do it this way before, and if there's one thing you don't want to miss in your life, it's the TukTuk tournament.
What has been your favorite memory of this TukTuk tournament so far? Because he's done 3.
My favorite memory of this TukTuk tournament so far. Almost every day I got invited into a local's home. And that was just so special. There wasn't necessarily one moment that was my favorite. It was like the overall, every single day, without fail, I was meeting people who were so friendly, so interested in what we were doing, and even driving by real quick, you know? People looking at you, you give them a smile, they smile right back. Smiles everywhere, and just the people here is really just my favorite thing.
What is one thing that you're going to take away from this experience, and what would you recommend to others who want to come out to the TukTuk tournament?
One thing I'm going to take away from this experience is go search for experiences. This whole entire thing is about being up to you to go find and make your own experiences. That's what the challenges make you do. You know, go cook kotu, go wash clothes with a local, etc. Go out there, find your own experiences. What was the second half of the question? I've been drinking a little bit.
And what, I need to get on it.
Yeah.
And what would you recommend to others who are thinking about coming on a TukTuk tournament?
If you're thinking about coming on the TukTuk tournament, just fucking book the ticket. Stop sitting there on your ass. Get on a plane, hop over here. You will not regret it. And if you do regret it, then maybe I owe you a beer. But
You won't regret it.
I am not buying anybody beer.
And I'll tell you guys something. Come prepared. These guys got an outfit for every occasion,
single
and they
day,
gave everybody headbands.
Yes.
Absolute legends, dude. It was a pleasure
Dude,
meeting you.
thank you, my
and I hope
man.
we cross paths again.
Hell yeah, we will.
So my bro here is from Belgium, and you just completed the TukTuk tournament. How do you feel, and how was the experience?
I'm very excited to be in this tournament. I can only say much people may come because the Sri Lanka people need you. For myself, it's a great experience, great nature, great people. Just give it up.
It's amazing, isn't it? It leaves you speechless. Will you come back again if you have the opportunity?
Of course.
Cheers, bro.
Experiences and interactions you will keep with you for the rest of your life. The tournament aims to show you that a portal between this world and a world full of magic is truly just the lens upon which you view the world and nothing else.
Come to the front, gentlemen, please, and accept the Tri-Wheel Trophy.
Well, first things first, I want to say thank you guys so much for an incredible 12 days. It has been life-changing. And I want to say sorry for what you're about to listen to. NC, because it started off as a little joke, and then Gladys decided she was going to publish it on the app.
It might rain, who knows?
We're ready. This is my debut song, by the way. So this is the TukTuk song. We're about to get a little wild right now for like 1 minute. Okay.
I'm driving through Sri Lanka on my white TukTuk.
Oh, white TukTuk.
It was a practicing.
Good thing you guys didn't pay for this concert. Alright. This is that TukTuk song.
I'm driving through Sri Lanka in my white TukTuk. I check the oil every morning just to look. I'm driving around Kandy. I might take a boat, but never mind that. The boat's a joke. I'm in my TukTuk.
Cruising the streets.
Sponsored by Lion.
Feeling giving them free. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the TukTuk tournament video. Please let me know what you guys thought about this series down below. If you guys would like to see me do this again, please let me know down in the comment section. And next time we'll make sure we fully hit it hard and we come in first place because I want to win that thing. For now, I'll I'll let you guys go. I got a lot more things to do for the holidays. I hope you guys enjoyed this series. Thailand videos on the way. Then I'm also going to be posting some Hawaii videos that didn't make it on the channel a few months back as I head off to my first destination of 2024. I'm leaving January 1st and I'm going to be posting in real time. So expect a lot of videos over the course of the next week and a half. I'm going to be pretty much posting videos, I want to say, every day pretty much. Later, guys.